Okay, this is the last thing I'm going to say about the elections are rigged and everything, but somebody had brought up the point of why does it take a week to vote for, First of all, I don't agree with mail-in ballots unless you request it. And the only people who should request a mail-in ballot are the elderly, disabled, and if you're going to be out of town and not where you usually vote, and you can prove that, then you get a mail-in ballot. Like I know people who are reporters that go all over the world, and if they're not going to be in the country, they vote early or in the state. Here in New York, we have plenty of polling places. I have never, ever waited more than 10 minutes to cast a vote. On top of it, election day is 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's 15 hours of voting. And it used to be you would get a 4-hour window from your employer to vote. It was by law. I don't know if they rescinded it because people were starting to abuse it. Like, I'm going to leave early because I got to vote. They leave 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So, and that's the only way you can stop with this rigged bullshit and correct. Stop it. Stop the early voting. Get your ass out on election day if you can, if you're able to. If you can prove that you need a mail-in ballot, then you get it, and you have to request it. But here there's 15 hours of voting. Now, if there isn't where other places are, and there's not enough voting machines, because I've seen that with the long lines, if there's a place that only has, say, 2 voting machines, I'm just using it as an example, get to your politician or your election board and say, we need a dozen. That's what we need to stop these lines. I don't think it's that hard, and I think it can be done if you push them hard enough. You have to push these people to do these things, or else the same shit's going to happen over and over again. Also, remember when Joe Biden turned around and went, hey, we're going to knock on your door and give you a vaccine if you want one. Well, why don't you do this? Hey, need a voter ID with that vaccine? How about you offer them both? This way everybody has a voter ID, cuts down on the fraud, and people can't bitch. Sounds logical. That's just why it'll never get done. Booyah!